Divine Science. What is it but another name for Christian Science, the cognomen of all true religion, the quintessence of Christianity, that heals disease and sin and destroys death? Part and parcel of truth and love, wherever one ray of its effulgence looks in upon the heart, behold, a better man, woman, or child. Science is the fiat of divine intelligence, which, hoary with eternity, touches time only to take away its frailty, that it rests on everlasting foundations, the sequence proves. Have I discovered and founded at this period Christian Science, that which reveals the truth of love, is the question. And how can you be certain of so momentous an affirmative? By proving its effect on yourself to be divine. What is the principle and rule of Christian Science? Infinite query, wonder in heaven and on earth. Who shall say? The Immaculate Son of the Blessed has spoken of them as the golden rule and its principal God, who is love. Listen, and he illustrates the rule. Jesus called a little child unto him and set him in the midst of them, and said, Whosoever shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Harmony is heaven. Science brings out harmony, but this harmony is not understood unless it produces a growing affection for all good and consequent disaffection for all evil, hypocrisy, evil speaking, lust, envy, hate. Where these exist, Christian Science has no sure foothold. They obscure its divine element and thus seem to extinguish it. Even the life of Jesus was belittled and belied by personalities possessing these defacing deformities. Only the devout Marys, and such as lived according to his precepts, understood the concrete character of him who taught, by the wayside, in humble homes, to itching ears and to dull disciples, the words of life. The ineffable life and light which he reflected through divine science is again reproduced in the character which sensualism, as heretofore, would hide or besmear. Sin of any sort tends to hide from an individual this grand verity in science, that the appearing of good in an individual involves the disappearing of evil. He who first brings to humanity some great good must have gained its height beforehand to be able to lift others toward it. I first proved to myself, not by words, these afford no proof, but by demonstration of Christian Science, that its principle is divine. All must go and do likewise. Faith illumined by works, the spiritual understanding which cannot choose but to labor and love. Hope, holding steadfastly to good in the midst of seething evil. Charity that suffereth long and is kind, but cancels not sin until it be destroyed. These afford the only rule I have found which demonstrates Christian Science. And remember, a pure faith in humanity will subject one to deception, the uses of good to abuses from evil, and calm strength will enrage evil. But the very heavens shall laugh at them and move majestically to your defense when the armies of earth press hard upon you. Thou must be true thyself, if thou the truth wouldst teach. Thy soul must overflow, if thou another's soul wouldst reach. It needs the overflow of heart to give the lips full speech. Think truly, and thy thoughts shall the world's famine feed. Speak truly, and each word of thine shall be a fruitful seed. Live truly, and thy life shall be a great and noble creed.